First, I want to say we are so excited to be here in Nakuru. Nakuru has played very key role in many components of our economy as a country. It has also played key roles in our issues of faith. Many meetings are held here. Our political key events have been held here. So for us being here today is a very strong statement in another very key activity and important aspect of our economy as a country, and that's about our digital space. We are here today discussing about data protection, which is very critical for the digital economy. I am delighted this morning to join you in yet another manifestation of the commitment of the government through the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner to champion data protection initiatives in line with the Constitution and the Data Protection Act of 2019. In this era of rapid technological advancements, which has seen an exponential rise in the processing of personal information, the role of the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner has never been more crucial, especially in ensuring that the privacy and security of our citizens and the country at large is well safeguarded. The digital economy has brought us closer together and transformed the way we live, work, and interact. However, it has also exposed us to new vulnerabilities, making data protection a paramount concern. As we embrace the advantages of the digital revolution, we must also uphold the rights of individuals to have their personal data handled responsibly and also in an ethical manner. And to just speak a bit about digital economy. When we talk about digital economy, we mean all kind of business transactions that are enabled by digital infrastructure or digital transactions. And when you look at this sector, the data we have is that globally, digital economy constitutes 15% of the world GDP. That indicates how important the growth of this sector is to us and even to the global economy. Secondly, this sector is growing 2.5 times faster than the physical economy. That indicates how important to all of us that this sector must be protected, nurtured, so that it can grow. Kenya at the moment has about 7.7% of its GDP contributed by digital economy. Other countries have over 40% of their economy constituting the digital economy. So we have a huge space as a country to grow this sector, and it is that space that will largely enable our country to grow faster, open opportunities for employment for our young people, the space that will enable us grow wealth as a country, and a space that will enable us connect to the rest of the world. We had a meeting recently with some of the countries, and what's happening now beyond our physical borders and our physical neighbors, our EAC community, this space of digital space, and the issues that we are addressing through the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner can enable us to be neighbors to some of the global countries outside even our continent. So we have a huge opportunity to protect and grow this sector because it's quite important for all of us. It's exactly 3 months since the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Information, Communication and Digital Economy, Honorable Henry Towalo, officially launched the ODBC Regional Office in Mombasa, which marked a significant step towards expansion of data protection services across the country and in our counties. Nakuru marks our second regional office, and this signifies how important this county and this region is to us as a government and as a country. I am glad to be here to officially launch the second regional office in Nakuru, which is a testament of the government's commitment to decentralize and strengthen data protection institutions and also put in place frameworks to handle data security and privacy so that we can enable all our businesses to be able to prosper. What does it help us when we have proper regulations, proper legislative frameworks? One, it secures our digital space. Data protection is the first step towards securing the digital space. We are aware of the challenges of what we call cybersecurity. Data protection is the first defense towards data protection, towards cybersecurity. So it's very important for us to take advantage of this regional office that has been put here for all the data handlers, data processors to be able to connect and gain knowledge about this new space, the digital space, and to know what responsibilities they are being given through the regulations that are being put in place when they are handling data. The Constitution and the Data Protection Act of 2019 gives the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner the mandate to oversee the processing of personal data by both the public and private data controllers and data processors. With the opening of this regional office, it's my hope that the services offered by the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner will be more accessible to more Kenyans, especially within this region of Nakuru. This office will serve as a focal services in the greater Nakuru region, providing guidance and support to organizations and individuals in understanding and complying with the Data Protection Act and its related laws. I'm aware also that the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner has another regional office which will be opening soon in Kisumu and has also established its presence in other areas including Nyeri, Garissa, Eldoret, through offices working in partnership with other institutions, including presence in Puma centers in those towns. This is a testament of the government's move to bring services closer to the people and subsequently enhance data protection in the country. Data protection, besides being the first step of securing us on cybersecurity, is a way that will enable our businesses to grow. We will be able to protect our businesses from incurring risk of penalties. Earlier speakers have talked about the risks that exist if you breach data regulations, not only locally, there are global regulations and can give obligations to your company if you do not comply to those regulations. So we want to facilitate you, to support you as a business operator, as a person who is responsible for data in any part of our country, to ensure that you are well guided so that you can run your business and not be at a risk of attracting any of those penalties or putting your business at risk or attracting bad reputation as a company. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward, I urge all stakeholders within Nakuru region to work together with the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner to not only learn about their compliance obligation and requirements as stipulated in the Data Protection Act, but also familiarize themselves with their data rights. It's important for individuals also to be aware of what is your rights. So it's the awareness programs that the Data Commissioner has talked about are very important for the citizens so that you are aware of your data rights and the obligations that those who collect data have towards you. It's essential for government entities, businesses, non-profit organizations and individuals to collaborate and partner with this office to contribute to creating a strong data protection system that ensures privacy of our people. I applaud the efforts of the Data Commissioner Immaculate Kasait and her team in establishing and operationalizing the regional office and in fact operationalizing the entire office within a very short time to be able to build a structured organization which we are very proud of, enabling us to. Last week we had engagements with the European Union, whom we have been in conversations on how to work together so that besides our neighbors in the East African community, in the digital space, we can see EU as also our neighbor by achieving what we call data adequacy. That means our businesses in Kenya can easily connect and sell data across the continent. And it's a key milestone which I want to appreciate the Office of the Data Commissioner for working very hard, and hopefully very soon will be the first African country to achieve the data adequacy level. Your work will have a lasting impact on the privacy and security of our citizens, fostering a digital environment built on trust and accountability, and we applaud you for that. Together with the leadership of our CS Cabinet Secretary Eliud Owalo and myself from the ICT State Department of ICT and Digital Economy, we assure you of our continued support in advancing data protection initiatives across the country, and also in continuing to build the capacity, the institutional capacity of the Office of the OTPC, because it plays a very key role in the growth of Kenya's digital economy. Kenya has made very ambitious plans to ensure in the continent and even globally we stand high when it comes to digital economy. The opportunity is that this space is new to probably most regions of the world. When you go to EU, they are also looking at legislations in that space. They've worked on new legislations like Digital Marketing Act, Digital Services Act, Artificial Intelligence Bill, which they are still in discussion. They are looking at 5G, cybersecurity frameworks, and here in the country, we are looking also at this space. A few weeks ago, our CS appointed a sector working group to look at the sector as a whole and see what laws, legislative infrastructure we have so that we can reform and make sure Kenya is well positioned to take maximum benefits coming from this digital space. We believe in this digital space, we will be able to access the necessary skills for our people to be able to skill themselves, access knowledge, grow our knowledge economy. We'll also be able to access digital opportunities across the world. We'll also be able to grow our will be able to grow platforms that will contribute to our country's GDP. We accept clear plans within the Ministry of ICT with the directives that we got from His Excellency the President and well captured in the plan. That's under the Digital Superhighway and Creative Economy pillar, which includes building additional 100,000 kilometers of fiber or broadband connectivity, building 25,000 Wi-Fi's across the country, and building a digital hub in every ward. These are very ambitious plans for our country. And the reason we are putting these plans in place is to ensure that our citizens can access global opportunities. There are huge opportunities across the continent, and Kenya is positioned to take advantage of this. There are things that enables us to do this. We have a very youthful population, an average age of 20 years. There is no advantage in the digital space than age. DG has talked about how someone in Form 1 was able to help him to be able to navigate the digital space. So our youth are well positioned and advantaged not only to support Kenya, but support global economy. And to put it in the right perspective, the global demographics are changing. Some of these leading nations, their average age are approaching 50 years. So if you are to call a youth in some of those countries, the way we would call this young son in Form 1. In some of these countries, average age is 47 years, some 48 years,
And if indeed the digital economy is growing at 2.5% faster than the physical economy, that means our youth in Kenya stands a very good chance to serve not only Kenyans, but to serve the global market. And for that reason that we're even encouraging our young people, it's time to learn a second language. Learn German, learn French, learn Italian, learn Chinese, learn Korean, Japanese, because these regions, these nations will need our services. These nations will need Kenyans to be able to serve those destinations. So we stand a very good chance because of our youthful demographic position. And we want to ensure that digital superhighway we are building reaches every ward of our country, so that within your village you can go to that digital ward, have and to be able to learn and to be able to now walk from that ward and connect to the rest of the country. We are proud of the examples we have here in Nakuru. We have two hubs that has been established. One is Leash AI, which is not far from here, with about 100 young people. It's impressive what they are doing. I encourage the leadership of Nakuru County and the members of parliament here to visit that facility. The second one is at the Rift Valley Institute of Science and Technology. Also, they have about 100 young people already working online. They are students and they are able to earn starting from about 20,000 a month upwards to 60, others even exceeding 100,000. And they are doing digital jobs, working for businesses and enterprises across the continents of the world. So it indicates clearly there are digital opportunities available for our young people across the world, and you do not need to travel, you just need to work here. The second key advantage we have as a country, and Nakuru prides itself of that, is our renewable energy. The world is so concerned about the climate change and looking at how to take advantage of the climate issues. Kenya has an opportunity with an average of over 93% of its energy being renewable energy. We can attract global data to this country, and it's good to have Ben Roberts here, who is also a player in this space, that we can have data processing. Kenya, 93% is already excellent for any entity globally looking to achieve sustainability standards. Additionally, we have specific locations in the country that we can achieve 100%. We were with the Deputy Governor a few months ago at Olkaria, where another data center which will be 100% renewable was launched here also in Nakuru County. The other major thing we are doing in the Ministry of ICT, together with our colleagues in the Ministry of Interior Citizen Services, is to ensure our citizens can engage government 100% through their devices. So we enable citizens to be able to engage government through the digital infrastructure, now with over 13,000 services available online. We are working again on the back end to ensure we digitize the back end of our systems as a government, and we are working very closely with private sector. We had discussions earlier on with Ben Roberts, and we'll be engaging all our private sector players to see what role they can play in this very ambitious plan for our country to really build a digital government and a digital society. It will indeed open huge opportunities, and we encourage our private sector to play a role. In respect to broadband connectivity, fixed broadband connectivity, we have about 1 million homes or businesses connected. We are hoping with the partnership of the private sector, we should be able to push this to about 3 million. This will unlock further opportunities, not only to individuals, but now to businesses, so that our businesses can play big in respect to the digital space and be players in the digital economy. Earlier this week, on Monday, we were very excited to see another major milestone in regards to the digital superhighway, when a locally assembled smartphone was launched by His Excellency the President, where the private sector has come together and establish a factory to make smartphones with affordable prices. This will go a long way, enabling our country to be a key player in the digital space, and government is committed to unlocking all bottlenecks that would hinder our people from exploiting the potentials of the digital space by providing the infrastructure, by providing the devices, ensuring the devices are available in the market, by ensuring more of these jobs which were because when you manufacture from outside the country, it means you lose jobs, but manufactured locally, you are able to get jobs. And now, more importantly, by securing the digital space through the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner, we are ensuring that we build a solid foundation for our country to be a giant, a leader in the continent, and among the top globally when it comes to the digital economy. So I congratulate you, Immaculate Kasait, and your team for the work you are doing. Continue to do so, and you can feel how important it is to all of us. Thank you very much, and looking forward to working with you. Later on, we have one more function at the market where we'll be launching a public Wi-Fi for our traders at the market to ensure also we enable more people to experience what it means in the digital space. To our young people, youth, it's an opportunity to grow your business in the digital space. Whether it's e-commerce, whether it addresses logistics, whether it's a product, whether it's a service, there are huge opportunities for all of us to exploit. Just reach out to some of these digital hubs we are putting out to vet institutions. The others we are working with our members of parliament to see that we can unlock those opportunities. And maybe before I stop, I don't know whether we have the representative or member of parliament of Nakuru East. Do we have a representative here? From Rongai, I told Mr. Korir is here. Mr. Korir is there representing the member of parliament. We've agreed with members of parliament to establish one digital hub in every ward in our country. And we were given a chance to present to the entire parliament, and you will be seeing us working together to ensure we build a digital hub in every ward across the country to enable our young people to access these huge opportunities. So we are working together with members of parliament and the leadership also of the county government to ensure also the Wi-Fi's that we are putting can be operationalized, and we protect them and ensure those challenges of maybe power are addressed so that the citizens in those spaces can do their businesses in the new space of digital economy. Without much going further, I really want to thank you and look forward to